action. Hi, it's Ric-Drasin. I'm here with Robby-Robinson doing Rick's Corner down in Venice Beach today.
Live.
And we're live on location in the rain. That's why I'm wearing my hat to cover my beautiful head up. But we're going to do some back workout. Show you guys what Robby does for back. You guys can follow in and learn from him and use it in your own workouts to get the massive back development that Robby has, right, Robby?
That's right.
You're going to show him what it's all about, right?
Tell me about it.
Okay, buddy. Let's start with whatever you want to start with, and we'll go from there.
I always think that one of the big movements in the back development starts with the barbell row.
Okay.
And I think barbell rolls is one of the biggest back builders out of all of them. I'm a big fan of the T-row bar, chin, one-arm row plays a role, pullovers, but I definitely think it's the barbell row.
The barbell row is probably the most basic exercise ever used in building the back from day one.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have fancy machines back then.
No.
The thing with the barbell row, for me, it affects the lower back too. I mean, you got to be careful how you do it.
Yeah. I think, again, it's always body position, and if the body position is not right, then you're definitely not going to get the results. Anytime you're working the back, the role that plays the biggest role is actually the hands or hooks.
Yeah.
And you try to get a medium to wide grip on the bar, and you try to pull with your elbows. That's what actually activates the muscles to be developed in the back.
Yeah. If you're using your wrists and your hands, you're not doing the job.
You're not doing the job.
Okay.
You can't be pulling with your hands. If you're pulling with your hands, the hand's going to give out. But if you're pulling with your elbows, using the hands as hooks, then you'll get your reps set.
Gotcha. I totally agree with that. You going to show us?
So I'm going to start at 110 pounds. We'll definitely activate and get those muscles working.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Before I do that, I always like to get a warm-up. So I'm going to use the easy curl bar and do a warm-up, 70 pounds. So what you're trying to do really is lower yourself into that position. Your feet should be glued into the floor on the balls of your feet in your hand. This is the position you basically want to be in, that position. Okay. And what you're doing from this position with the hands being hooked is pull with your elbows and squeeze. Keep your head up. If you drop your head down, then you're not going to get that upper back thickness and overall muscularity. When you lower it, you want to kind of resist and let the weight pull you down, but sit back on your heels and do the movement. Pull, let the weight stretch you down, keep the head up, and contract the muscle. On every rep, contract, lower, contract, lower, contract. I try to do probably about 12 to 15 reps to get the muscle activated and warm. I probably rest about a minute and 50 seconds, and then I go to my next heavy set. I'll probably use, as I said, probably 100 pounds. And in that 100-pound set, I'm going to probably get about 6 to 8 reps, because I'm already warm. I want to be a side.
You graduate the weight each rep?
Each rep.
And you lower the reps each set?
I lower the reps each set.
Do you go back afterwards and do a pump set at the end?
If I'm getting close to an event. If I'm going to go do a show, then I would go and do something like pull down behind the neck or pull down to the front, alternating, because that's going to create that overall shape and muscularity in the back.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to go to the next heavy set, which is probably I'm going to go 110. I'm going to do 110
All right.
pounds.
Let's see the 110.
Again, as the weight gets heavier, you always still want to really think about what you're doing. You want to make sure the feet are even. You're on your heels. You're sitting back on your heels when you're lowering that weight. You got an upper back arch. As that weight is being lowered to that position, you sit back on the heels and you pull with your elbows.
There you go.
2, that's 3 of them. Keep the head up. 4, that's 5, that's 6 of them. 7, 8.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Right. You want to keep that put that tension on the muscle.
Right.
It's very important.
You can see it. Well, you got grips on those gloves, right? Rubber grips?
Yes, rubber grips on.
That's great. I love that. Do you find a difference between the easy curl bar and the straight bar as far as your form?
I like both. I like kind of fluctuating between them because it's got a different kind of grip.
Okay.
And the medium, you're talking about a close grip here.
Right.
And here I can use both, so I kind of go back and forth through the 4 sets.
Yeah. So they both get the job done.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we do?
It's very important to do. Find exercises that get the job done. Because if you're not doing that, then you're not going to get the job done.
Obviously, you've got to do it the right way and get the right exercise.
Exactly.
What do you do after this?
We do long pulley roll. You're pulling into you and contracting the muscles, keeping the chest up. You're going to look better in the side chest shot.
Right.
Because that's what it does. It's all upper back arch.
And it's
you
all
can't
strict.
build a back like that. No. You got to keep yourself in the upper back arch position to build a great back.
You know, I see so many people that do this exercise, they rock, they go back and they swing, and you're not working the muscles.
It's not going to happen.
No.
You're just like really wasting your time.
Okay.
I think, again, if I'm going to grip, I try to sit down on the pad, again, you're talking about positioning. I see a lot of people up here doing this. I don't see anything out of that.
Right.
I think that should be a position where the body's in an upper back arch. The weight should be lower to you. Pulling with your elbow, that should be slightly bent. So when you're leaning forward, that's where you should be. The lats are under your arm. It's not in your back.
Right.
So if you're in this position with your head lowered, when you pull, you want to activate the chest. Keep the chest up. Keeping the chest up is going to make the back look wider, contracting and holding that muscle there. When you're lowering the weight forward, the elbows are slightly bent. You're pushing against the pad, you lower your head. Boom, you get your rhythm. See, that's what it is. It's rhythm, rhythm, lifting the chest up, rhythm, rhythm, squeeze, squeeze, and stretch.
You see it working?
Yeah,
definitely.
That's
working.
what happened. You're trying to get the rhythm. You can't do an exercise, say you're doing curl. You can't build arms like this. You're not going to build enough.
Right, right.
This build arms, rotating, that build arms.
Same with the back. Saying you can't swing, you got to be controlled, and you've got to be strict.
Exactly.
Let the lat do all the pulling, not the arm. The arm just a lever, just to let
exactly.
Okay.
Chin. I mean, if you want taper,
right?
I think tie-ins in developing the overall body structure, nothing beat chins. My favorite is pull down behind the neck, pull down to the front.
Okay. Right, so you normally finish with this exercise, right?
I normally finish with it.
Yeah, I love deadlift.
Because I figure you've completed all the stretching movement.
Okay.
You've done all the contracting movement, which actually build the upper back.
Okay.
And you want to end with something that will thicken that overall shape.
Okay.
Give you that kind of hard look. That's exactly what I'm going for.
Does this actually also work the hamstrings?
It works the hamstrings, it works the glutes, it works the trapezius. It's like squat.
It's an overall
whole
body. Oh, whole body. Yeah. Okay. And the form on it now. Let's see that.
Oh yeah.
How you do it?
One of my all-time favorite movements is the T-row bar. And at times I would replace the T-row bar with the deadlift. And I think the deadlift is probably one of the best back thickeners, trapezius builders.
And you don't have to go heavy.
You don't have to go heavy. Oh no. Even though I go up to sometimes 500 just for the heaven of it, to see if I can do it. You got to test yourself. So I think it's basically a powerlifting movement, but I think it's also a bodybuilding movement. It definitely hits the cheeks, it hits the hamstrings, it hits the hip area.
I mean, I've gone as light as this weight right here for reps, and I get sore.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to go heavy.
It doesn't take a lot. And I'm more an advocate of the reverse grip. I think the reverse grip for me is the grip. So basically I'm pushing into the floor. The knees are slightly bent. I want to get a pretty much medium to mid-medium grip where I'm inside the lift, here. So basically what I have to do really is hold my head up and push with my feet. See?
Yeah.
What I see a lot of people do is they're here,
right,
and which actually is going to affect the lower back and this more than it actually fixes the overall shape of the back. Yeah. So if I'm under that bar, I'm in the position right now. If there's 600 pounds, I'm going to lift it, because all I got to do really is press into the floor and hold on.
Okay.
And I keep doing that movement. One, that's basically what I try to do. Lower myself into it, pause. Two.
It is like a squat.
Oh yeah. Pause. Keep it in that position. 3, pause. Everything is a pause, pushing. 4, pause. You want to keep the upper back arch and the head up.
Right.
5, pause.
The upper back arch is a big thing with you because you say that in every exercise.
Yeah. You can't really, it's difficult if you're going to do a pressing movement.
Yeah.
If you're going to do the pressing movement like that, you're not going to have any pecs.
Right.
So you're lifting the chest and rib cage up to meet the bar. Pressing with the elbows, lowering, keeping the tension on the press is going to be a pec. It's the same with the deadlift. It's the same thing with the row. It's the same thing with the pull behind.
Almost on everything. Yeah. Same thing on girls.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we
end up with like the pull down behind the neck.
Well, let's go do that.
Yeah.